appears, I'm not showing that chromatid, the chromosomes appear like this. Is it all right? Here, certain regions of homologous chromosome. Certain regions of homologous chromosome come in contact with each other. Certain regions, koi jagah, is it clear, comes in contact with each other. Is it all right? Okay. And one thing you will remember, this coming in contact is always between non-sister chromatids. What are sister chromatids? The chromatids which are attached to the same centromere. We have done in mitosis, you remember, sister chromatids separate. So 1 and 2 are sister chromatids because they are attached to the same centromere. 3 and 4 are sister chromatids because they are attached to the same centromere. 2 and 3 are non-sister chromatids. Why we will say non-sister chromatids? Because they have different centromeres. The chromatids have different centromere. Is it all right? So 2 and 3 are non-sister chromatid. 1 and 3 are non-sister chromatid. 2 and 4 are non-sister chromatid. They are not sharing the same centromere. Is it all right? So what is happening? Non-sister chromatids of homologous pair of chromosomes come in contact with each other. Now see what I am saying. This is chromosome A, this is chromosome B, this is chromosome C, chromosome D. You will never find that coming in contact is taking place between A and D. Why? A and D are not homologous pair of chromosomes. This coming in contact always occurs between the homologous pair of chromosomes. Is it clear? So coming in contact means this will come in contact, they will come in contact, means here. It will always be between homologous pair of chromosomes. Is it clear? And it will become between, the coming in contact will be between non-sister chromatids, never in sister chromatids. That means we can never expect the exchange or coming in contact between chromosome A and chromosome D, B and C, or A and C. No, it is always between A and B because homologous pair of chromosome. C and D because they are homologous pair of chromosome. And coming in contact is always between the non-sister chromatids, never between the sister chromatids. Is it clear? And not only the places where they come in contact, the chromosomes come in contact, the genes of those areas break and they get exchanged. Is it? Now see what am I saying? Okay, so what is happening? So again we come to homologous pair of chromosomes. All right, here it is, I am showing you homologous pair of chromosomes with the same set of genes, eye color. Okay, green eye color, blue eye color. Okay, tall, ठीक है, curly hair, straight hair. All right, I had given you this example. Not necessary all the genes come in contact with each other. Some genes come, most of the genes do not. Some genes come in contact with each other. Let me say that these two genes have come in contact with each other, physical contact with each other. These are non-sister chromatids and this is homologous pair of chromosome. Is it all right? So what is the characteristic? What characteristic is this gene controlling? Eye color. Is it all right? But there is a variation. Now whichever gene comes in contact with each other, that gene breaks and it is exchanged. The gene is exchanged. That means green eye color comes to this and the blue eye color comes to this. Is it clear? And we call this process as crossing over. So some of the genes between the maternal chromosome and the homologous pair of chromosome is maternal and paternal. So some of they come in contact with each other, and some genes from maternal and paternal chromosomes are exchanged. Is it clear? And this process is known as crossing over. Is it all right? Only the places. Now it is not necessary all genes get exchanged, not at all. Is it all right? Suppose this gene is not getting exchanged, this gene is not getting exchanged, but again this gene is at random, and there is no hard and fast rule that this will exchange, this will, that will not. No, there is no hard and fast rule. That there are certain factors which increases the possibility, that we will do in senior classes, but there is no hard and fast rule. Is it all right? Here any of the gene come in contact with each other, but one more thing is there, eye color will never get exchanged with height. Never. Same characteristic will get exchanged. Remember, the same characteristic may have different form. I mean to say, same characteristic is controlling eye color. Is it clear? But what are the different forms? Green and blue. Is it all right? So they are doing, but it will never happen that the exchange is taking place between eye color and height. No, never. Is it all right? So always, they are always, the genes exchange at the same locus. So the same characteristic of the genes are exchanged, and we call it crossing over. Is it all right? So after crossing over, it happens in all chromosomes. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and in all 23 pairs of chromosomes, genes are exchanged at random. There is no hard and fast rule that this particular gene will get exchanged and that will not. Is it hard? There is no hard and fast rule. They get exchanged at random. All right. And after this happens, after the exchange happens, is it all right? See, this is something in very brief we are doing. All right. Here now, after this happens, is it all right? There's homologous pair of chromosome. This one. This is a homologous pair of chromosome where exchanges have been done. Sorry, I have acrocentric I had shown first. Acrocentric. Exchanges are already being done. Some of the genes from this has gone to this, and the same gene has come to exchange. I said you cannot expect that one gene is going from this to this and no gene is coming from this to this. It is always exchange. Is it clear? So what is happening after the exchange is done? Exchange has taken place here. Exchange has taken place here. What do we call the process as? We call the process as crossing over. After crossing over process has taken place. Is it all right? So the genes are no more like the original genes. Why? Because the chromosomes are no more like the original chromosomes, because now the chromosomes have exchanged their genes at certain places. This pair, this means all 23 pairs have done this. Is it all right? Now after this, what happens? You know, spindle fibers we have not done. We don't have to do. The same thing happens. Is it all right? The same thing happens. Spindle fibers. If it is plant cell, then you know there will be spindle fibers. All right. Now what will happen? The spindle fibers contract. Exchange has happened, taken place. The pair of chromosomes, you know, in mitosis, if you remember, we had shown the chromosomes aligned on the equatorial plane, but here the homologous pair of chromosomes. If we have 46 chromosomes, in mitosis we will see all 46 chromosomes are aligned one after the other, but in meiosis they will be in pair. Is it clear? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, like this, 23. Is it all right? Now this is after the exchange has taken place. The spindle fibers get attached to the centromere and they pull apart. Is it clear? So what happens after this? After this, what happens? One set of chromosomes goes towards this side, the other set of chromosomes come to this side. So what do we see here? Here we see that this one acrosome comes to this side. Acrocentric comes to this side, the other acrocentric goes to this side. Okay, one metacentric comes this side, the other metacentric goes this side. How is it different from mitosis? In mitosis, there was a diploid chromosome. There was a diploid, duplicated chromosome. I'm sorry. There was a duplicated chromosome, and the duplicated chromosome, one chromatid moves to this side, the other moves this side. Here, what is happening? The chromatids are not breaking. The sister chromatids are not separating, but the homologous pair of chromosomes are separating. And remember one thing, crossing over has taken place in each and every chromosome. Is it all right? And now what happens? They have separated, gone to the opposite pole, and now what will happen? Cytokinesis. I'm very brief. There are many steps. I'm just leaving out, uncoiling of chromosomes and all. These all things that we don't have to do meiosis in detail. I'm just telling you that what is happening, the idea, how diploid number is becoming haploid. Is it all right? So here it was diploid. How it was diploid? Because the chromosomes were in two sets. Is it all right? And after cross synapses, crossing over, the homologous pair of chromosomes have separated, and now from 4 chromosomes, now there are only 2. Each of the cell is having 2. So here the cell becomes haploid. It becomes 2. Now the cell becomes haploid. This is the end of first meiotic division.